everyone. We are a little bit late here to the match. Hello everyone, welcome to this match between Ayden and CaptainRektbeard. I'm George. I normally don't go on mic, but I figured I'd tell all of you why we're so delayed. So we had an issue, our entire backend blew up, our entire backend server instance had some issues, and then also unfortunately one of the runners in the other match between Osmorn and Jira had some issues as well, so that's why we're so delayed. But we're finally here, ready to start. And commentating today will be Samwise and Jaio, not Osmate. We're still working on getting that updated, so don't worry about that. But I'm gonna leave you two in the capable hands of these two, and I'm gonna go get the match started. So good luck on both the runners, and you two have fun commentating.
Great, thanks, George. I know there's a lot of issues going on. Very grateful that he's able to help out and make sure things get started.
Yeah. So, like we said before, this is a match versus Ayden, or Ayden versus CaptainRektbeard. This is still the same match as before, however, it's no longer a doubleheader.
So we can go ahead and see that they're getting ready to go.
Looks like both of them are ready.
This should be pretty close between them. I'm excited to see how it goes. And they're off.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on
Beginning of
falling
induction.
asleep. Welcome to Somnascal.
Pretty standard.
Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain
I think that
full
would be great.
consciousness and control.
Especially like the earlier seating times.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient
Good luck trying to
care
find
team.
them again.
Please note that I am the
Anyway, in
standard
terms of
orientation protocol,
PBs on
and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to
Ayden's
remind you
has
that I am not a part of your patient care team.
2432, while
I do not care.
Rektbeard, I'm looking at the wrong boards.
Oh, really?
Never mind, hold on.
Ayden.
Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong boards. Hold on. Nope, Ayden's main submitted time is at 2432.
Oh, okay.
During eyelids, you
I
will
thought
lose the
Ayden's
ability
was
to
faster.
awaken suddenly due to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence. I have already informed you that this is a dream.
Yeah, Rektbeard
You
is at
did not wake up.
2208.
Please
Okay,
complete
never
the
mind. So
remaining orientation
Rektbeard is
activities.
favored here. For the seeding matches, Ayden averaged at about 25
All
minutes.
environments perceived during eyelids should
and
reflect a typical mental
CaptainRektbeard
state. If you believe your
averaged
mental
at
state
about
was
23.
compromised by Somnasculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your
So
post-procedure.
Ayden's
looks
right at the
like-
very start.
Completed surveys may be eligible
Yeah,
for a gift
that's a
card.
tough one to get stuck on.
Looks like it fell back. Oh,
No, it's just
it was
really
stuck
big.
up the top of the wall. Yeah.
CaptainRektbeard looks like he had a great induction. Gonna go ahead and finish with the sub 2.
Yep, 155.2.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnasculpt orientation. You did it. To maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not
nodding
delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Wonder what that was about.
Guessing good induction.
Yeah.
Here, Ayden ending induction here at a 226.7. So about 20 seconds behind. Nope, about 30.
31.
Yeah.
Yep. CaptainRektbeard is moving through very efficiently. Oh, got a little bit tripped up.
Never mind, got clipped.
Yeah, that gap is really awkward when doing that certain box jump. For a second, I thought he was going to do the new strategy of box jumping through the hallway. I don't remember who came up with. Oh no, Ayden.
Ayden having a little bit of trouble.
CaptainRektbeard had to throw away the door.
Hello. My
house,
name is
just
Dr.
a little bit
Glenn Pierce,
to the
and I'd
side.
like to talk to you about
Also,
being
I'm
special.
looking at strat
So
vids.
special,
It looks
in
to be
fact,
5
that we
too.
have no idea where you are.
Came up with jumping in the hallway.
Not to worry, we're working on it.
So I'm curious to see who's going to use that in a tournament run first. Good box jumps from Ayden. Took his time, but they're very clean.
They played it safe, but they were very good. Ayden not opting to grab the door.
Yeah, I see
Hello. My name is Dr.
the
Glenn
door
Pierce,
ramp as very
and
similar
I'm
to
just
the radio
popping in
skip,
to give
where
you a quick update
it's not
on
as
where you
effective
are.
as some people might
We
assume
still
it's to
don't
be.
know, but please keep moving forward,
And
and hopefully
Rektbeard got through the
with
moon
our
room
frequent
pretty
updates
easily.
to being reminded that you are completely lost.
No, stream's having a little bit of issue there. I think that may have been something on the back end side.
Hello. My name is
411.4
Dr. Glenn Pierce,
for
and we still can't
Captain
find you.
Rektbeard heading out
But you
of
should
optical.
now have access to a series of elevators that should trigger your subconscious to
Interesting. So
correct
Ayden put the
when you
moon
are.
to the side of the
You
room
should also find a variety
to
of
get
emergency
a better angle of
exits
grabbing the door
that
instead of
should
just
lead you
rotating
to
it.
them. Will all of this work?
Same effect, but a little bit slower.
Hello. My name.
You can see Ayden leaving here at a 4:54, so a little over a 40-second difference now.
But hey, this is before Dollhouse. You can easily
Yeah.
lose 30 seconds in Dollhouse.
This is an automated message for
Yeah,
all
cubism
patients
is
who attempted to
generally
use an alternate
pretty
pathway
simple
to
for
access
most
the
runners,
next phase
so
of somnasculpt therapy, but who have become trapped in a
we'll see
dreamscape
how it
paradox
goes.
instead. Your decisions imply a failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
Oh,
Ayden
Ayden
getting stuck on that cube there, or that floor.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. That's interesting. CaptainRektbeard is on the most recent patch, so he's got to be a little bit more creative with the side cube there. Oh.
Yeah, the streams are lagging, so we're gonna reload them.
Please note that
Okay.
a reluctance to volunteer for the risks associated with
And
explosive
Rektbeard is
mental
out
overload implies a
of cubism with
misunderstanding
a
of all other
559.
solutions,
Wow,
all
I
of
did
which
not
are far
expect
more
Ayden's side
traumatic and
cube to
likelier
work.
result in catastrophe.
That was the shallowest
I
ramp.
am not capable of
But
That
suboptimal
should not have
suggestions.
worked.
Exit this dream as soon as possible.
And Ayden's out. And is about 45 seconds behind.
Hello. My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the Waterfall Serenity Zone in the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings
So
of
Blackout
worthlessness
is
and self-doubt.
actually more of a walking
Wondering if
simulator than
everything is going
White
wrong,
Space is.
even when the sun is shining.
So until we get to Blind Maze, there's not really much to say.
I'm sure the Rektbeard's gonna go for it. You know if Ayden's gonna try it.
Yeah, it's a good question. Especially because Rektbeard is so far ahead, he can probably afford to go for to take the light with him just for consistency. We saw Ina taking the light, even though she's been playing this game for a very long time. Ooh, so Ayden's going for the actual intended way with the bridge. Alright, Rektbeard's going into Blind Maze.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings
You know,
of
if any of the
worthlessness
streams
and
want to
self-doubt
die,
I
Blind Maze is
mentioned
the time to do
before.
it. It's not like
You
we'll
feel
notice.
this way because you want the kind of happy life
We'll think they got lost,
Invitation.
but that's about it.
kind you know everyone else.
Yeah,
is
Rexbeard got
enjoying.
through. Not a
And
problem.
that's exactly why we're here to help.
Oh, doing the new strategy of the one jump up to that wall of cans. We were talking the other day about how those boxes are not modeled as actual squares, but instead are just props. So it's possible to kind of ledge grab up to them if you're jumping at a certain angle, a certain place. So CaptainRektbeard must have practiced that, and he did a good job. Ayden taking the light.
Yep. See what time Rekbeard leaves at. 8:47.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients? This correlates strongly with the 99% of patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
So for Blind Maze, put Ayden back a fair amount already, and so he's now almost a minute behind. So that goes to show, doing Blind Maze actually saves about 12 seconds, if done well. Rexbeard doing a very fast clock for him in Clone. A few fun clicks with the red apple. We love to see it. Oh, and Ayden changing to, I think that was 6? It's always funny to see. Alright, let's see how Ayden handles the clocks. There's several different entirely valid ways to do this. So I'm curious what Ayden chooses. The dropper styles, okay.
Quantitative and qualitative. Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic
Having a hard time with that,
beliefs about lights and hallways. And other side effects
the jump
which have not
resize,
yet been discovered or which cannot be
or
understood.
sorry, the ledge grab.
Yeah, it was more getting up onto the clock.
And then the jump resize just tried to make too many clones. And CaptainRektbeard is out with a sub 11 clone, putting him on pace for a sub 23. Oh, Ayden missing the apple.
You're standing a little bit too far back for clicking it to be an easy flick.
Numerous spelling and grammar mistakes into the standard orientation protocol in a desperate attempt to counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity.
And now Rexbeard goes into Dollhouse. See how it treats him. Or as we like to call it, House of Pain.
AKA, the most amount of resets happen in Dollhouse.
Induction might be a... might win there.
I am a
I'll
real
check.
doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how. Transmission ends.
Okay, and Ayden finishing clone at a time about 12:07, putting him about a minute 10 behind CaptainRektbeard. Rexbeard with a great Dollhouse resize, and now setting up for the classic radio skip.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. This is a notification that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence.
Ayden typing in chat even though he's playing the game.
Discontinue
Beast.
whatever you were doing immediately prior to
Good
that.
fan from CaptainRektbeard. Yeah, it's clear he's been practicing these lineups. Ooh, Ayden doing kind of a blind resize, having to go back out.
Yeah, going back out and looking at the lineup there.
And it looks good. But it's better to go immediately out for the resize rather than try to fit through the door
My name
first.
is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and discontinuing as mentioned earlier,
No radio skip from Ayden.
disregard any unsettling experiences that you may have recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic.
And a classic drop resize with the fan. Didn't quite angle it enough, and it's a little too big, so getting that door is not as easy as it should be, or it could be.
Ayden
That
a
window,
little bit too big to
oh,
get into the window.
Yep. Using the ledge grab to get in, that may have been... It's possible to use ledge grabs to get into portals that are too small, which that may have been at a point where it's considered a glitch. Generally, we allow using the ledge grab on that window pane when it's like a reasonable size, but that may have been just too small.
The eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear. Whatever you do, don't focus on that.
CaptainRektbeard getting through these audio skips, and oh, he missed the first one.
Oh.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
But
and I'd like
keeps
to
speeding
thank
through,
you for
gets the
triggering
second one no
every single
problem.
one of our 823 emergency protocols.
Ayden going a bit
This
smaller
assists us greatly
for
in
this last
improving
room
the
here.
system for future
A little bit
patients.
safer, but a bit slower as well.
Yep.
Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
The 15:04 for Ayden. CaptainRektbeard left all house at a 13:25. So we are certainly
Ooh.
now good far ways apart.
Emergency exit
Let's see if
protocol
Ayden will
initiated.
get first audio skip and get a little bit of time back.
Experience in 10, 9, 8. Error logged by.
Orientation.
Is he missing the jump up once?
Stand by for analysis.
Ooh, hitting those gas canisters can be a bummer if you're not using the little platform correctly.
Right, just opting not to do first dialogue skip and instead spending a little bit of extra time setting up for the second.
Yep. Oh, that was close. I don't know if
We'll see. We'll see.
that was a tough ledge grab. And it looks like he's aiming a little low. Oh, now he's going for lineup. CaptainRektbeard hitting an accidental ledge grab on that door frame. Losing a tiny bit of time, but Rektbeard is at kind of a point where it's the little things that hurt the most. Yeah, Ayden aiming a little low on these lineups. It's interesting. We see these. We see very similar lineups from everybody. Today I was watching Sapphire Rose's all collectibles run. What she does is she'll line up in a way that she can click the clock while already moving back towards the door, so she never has to stop moving. And it's very effective.
For completing the Somnosculpt standard
Reloaded the streams again. They're having a tad.
Yep.
Before we begin the first phase,
So
yeah, the tech issues today have been a lot.
Yeah. But we're still going. CaptainRektbeard moving cleanly through Labyrinth.
Nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perception in a way that will enable you to
Doing the RR, LRL, RR strat for elevator.
Who's ahead right now? Rekbeard is ahead. In fact, Rekbeard is leaving Labyrinth here at a 17:35.
It's a great time. And unfortunately for Ayden, there's not much left that he can do to catch back up.
The only thing that Ayden can hope for is for Somnasculpt to come over to Rekbeard's house and take him away.
finally
Decent paradox.
respect the unique progress of every patient. You must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams, thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
And Ayden using the same elevator pattern as CaptainRektbeard.
Yeah, I think. Ooh. Ayden was looking a little bit too far to the left there. Not sure where the lineup was.
That line is hard to do because it's very much impacted with how you leave the elevator.
Yeah.
But
Ayden leaving at a 19:29, so about a 2-minute difference, a little bit less, I believe.
and based on seating times, that's actually what we kind of expect. So CaptainRektbeard is doing the checkpoint reset strategy.
Hello, my name is
Ooh.
Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Ayden throwing the
many years ago,
Somnoscope building
I
just a
had a
little bit
dream.
too far. Needed to go and walk a little bit
I
further for the
found
paradox.
myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceived was shaped
Yeah,
by seeing
thunder
it
warning.
exactly the way I wanted to.
Ayden and Chad again during the paradox.
Oh, Rekbeard stream having a
Yep, bit of
little
lag.
bit of issue.
Oh, Ayden did not choose to do the checkpoint reset. So that means CaptainRektbeard gets another free 2 seconds. Oh, I missed what just happened with Rektbeard with that
But in white space,
box there.
I also faced the
like he had
greatest
to
challenge
walk
I could
around.
imagine. Because with a
oh, I think
lifetime
he just
of life
fell off the
itself
cube.
behind me, and all of the weight that it carried,
I did see that I placed the
seeing
cube
things the way I
pretty
wanted to
close.
was
Yeah,
not
Too
as
far
the
from
box
the
was too
door.
far from the
used to
door,
be.
and it was a little bit smaller than.
Thanks, Mrs. Rektbeard. Ayden going to the left of that filing cabinet. There isn't much of a difference in terms of time, but the main difference between going to the left or to the right for that cabinet is the fact that you miss a checkpoint if you go to
You're
the right,
well beyond dreaming now,
which
and further out
it
than
isn't really
anyone has
important
ever
for
come back
speedruns
from.
unless you're using
But we hope that you won't
a
get
checkpoint-based live
discouraged.
split.
After all, if this is a place of pure
Just a fun fact
perspective,
from your tutorial guy.
isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible?
Next we're going to One Piece chess
Isn't that
and
why you came here?
doing it very cleanly.
Yeah.
And he's through. And the final cheese skip. Box looks a little small, but that's
It'll work.
perfect. So this looks like it'll be easily sub 23.
Yeah, 2154 heading into Bitrate City.
That's a great name for it. I like that. Taking care not to drop the block. Just resizing it so you can see the clock.
Superliminal by Dr. Seuss.
Alright, Ayden going into chess. Looks like he's opting for 2-piece.
A little bit of lag.
There is a bit of lag, so I don't know if he's doing what I think he is. But it looks like he's doing the challenge percent strategy of placing each chess piece on 2 squares simultaneously, so he has to do fewer grabs.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and
streams
we're
reload. Yeah. 2233.9 from Rekbeard.
So a huge block for cheese skip. Better to be oversized than undersized here.
Yeah.
And he's through. So 22:33. That is a great first time from CaptainRektbeard. And after some refreshes, let's see where Ayden's is. So yeah, it looks like
maybe yep.
I actually have no idea how long I have no idea how long the fall is.
Quick chat. How long's the fall?
Oh, he dropped the cube. It looks like he may have dropped it below him, which may end up being a problem if he lands on top.
The fall is too long. All right, thank you.
Got some stream lag, so it's hard to say if you made it. There's always a danger in bouncing off the block if you drop it. Oh, and it looks like you finished.
There we go. All right, interesting stream lag, but a 24:39. So yeah, so a little over 2 minutes, I believe.
Yep, 2 minutes 6 seconds.
My name is Dr.
All right, so
Glenn
very good first race, good 22 from Rekbeard. We're gonna go ahead into a small break, and we'll be back with round 2 afterwards.
Yep, good job to both runners.
Years ago, I had a dream. Years ago, I had a dream.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with round 2 for Ayden versus CaptainRektbeard. Last round, CaptainRektbeard won on about a 2-minute lead, so with a pretty clean run at 22:33, I think it was.
Yeah, 22:33.
All right. We'll see here. Rektbeard's off. Ayden is off a little bit later, but does not matter, considering that
They're
everything
just
is
ready
running
to
through
go.
game time. Yeah.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored.
So let's see how
by
consistent
qualified
Captain Rektbeard can do induction.
This
Last time was a
orientation will adapt to
155.
your eyelids are interrupting
Yes.
lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
Bit of
Though it looks
extreme
like
lag, so
Rektbeard's stream.
Confirm.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can move
hard to
freely
see.
We'll see if,
interact with surrounding objects and
yeah, we'll
listen
see if
to
that
messages
persists or
from your
not.
patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation
Though
protocol,
today's been full
and
of
that my
tech
voice
issues,
has
so
been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team.
we're in Ayden now with a little bit of lag, so
Yeah, lag on both ends, but they seem to be doing okay in induction.
hopefully Ayden had a bit of trouble with this room last time. We'll see. Yeah, much better.
Much better.
Only thing is the cube falling off.
Oh.
But
Oh no! No, he kept placing it, and it's not weighted, so... Or it's not weighted like the one in optical. So it unfortunately can just fall on a different side.
Ayden also not jumping over those buttons there.
Jumping over the buttons is pretty negligible. The only jump has to do with the checkpoint again, like I mentioned earlier. Oh, 154! Better than the first time. But if you jump while going into the room with 2 buttons, then you can also miss a checkpoint, which again may matter if you're using a checkpoint sub-split with live split. And a 2:11 from Ayden, which is a few seconds faster than his first time.
See here, Ayden had a little bit of trouble with the exit sign room, so we'll see how the room goes when he gets there. Rektbeard not falling through those boxes again, so having a pretty clean exit room.
Yep.
Ayden for the most part clean, although obviously not slanting the exit sign at all.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk
Yeah,
to you
doing
about
the
being
walking
special.
resizes with that sign makes
So special,
just
in
the right
fact,
amount
that
of
we
difference.
have no idea where you are. But not to worry, we're working on it.
Ayden going for the 360 to re-grab that cube.
Swag.
I found that
Another one.
Another one, yeah. It works really well in console when you aren't restricted by the mouse pad.
Oh yeah.
But it looks like just putting the door off to the side.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'm just popping in to give you a quick update on where you are.
Okay, Rektbeard getting to the moon.
Still don't...
No issues there. Maybe a little bit small going into that portal, but pretty negligible.
No,
You can definitely
but
afford to make
please
little
keep
mistakes like
moving
that.
forward, and hopefully you prefer frequent updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
It looked like Ayden had a bit of trouble with the size of that cube getting up to the that little balcony area.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and we still can't find you. But you should now have access to a
And
series of elevators.
oh, so he
that
does
should
rotate the
trigger your
moon, but he also
subconscious
places it to the
So
side.
he
That's
also
very
places it
interesting.
on the yeah.
You should also find a variety of emergency exit signs that should lead you to them. Will all of this work? Absolutely.
Easy pole jump for Captain.
My name
Interesting that that Ayden doesn't move his mouse when exiting the room area.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for runners to strafe a little bit while leaving, or while beginning each level, and then just looking to the right as soon as they can see the screen again. Ayden just holds onto that strafe a little bit longer.
Failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
Ooh, CaptainRektbeard doing a great save with that sign, but with the side, but missed the placement.
Professional tip: the average
I'm
adult
having a bit
can
of
only
trouble with the
withstand
ledge
3
grab.
to 5 dreams per night. Once this threshold is eclipsed by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an
But
explosive
successfully
mental
hitting the
overload,
jump at the end of
reorienting you
cubism.
for the emergency exit protocol. Please subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
Beard's gonna be leaving cubism at a, let's see here, 5:55 it looks like.
I think
Please
that's
note
about
that
on pace with how he
volunteer
did
for the risks
in the first round.
associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all
Oh,
other
that slope is a
solutions,
little
all
bit
of which
too
are far more traumatic and
Yeah,
too
but
likelier
slow.
to
That's not
result
gonna
in
end up working.
catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal
wow, I
suggestions.
still don't know how that
Please
worked.
exit this dream as soon as possible.
There are several different ways to do that room in the new patch, because you aren't able to have a side stand up on its own. And unfortunately, that's definitely one of the slower and more inconsistent ways to do it.
Let's see here, 6:38 for Ayden leaving cubism.
So it's about 43 seconds behind. Which is, I believe, more of a difference than the first round.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the waterfall Serenity Zone in the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt. Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
See here, Ayden taking the left path again here.
And as we found out somewhat recently, the left path is shorter than going right.
And taking the that intended walking path, though jumping through it, interestingly.
I can understand going through the path if jumping on the right side is a little too inconsistent. It's better to sacrifice probably not even that long of the time, just doing the extra few steps rather than falling down.
Have now descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further.
I find his strategy of
failing to make this crucial
picking up the
distinction.
light interesting, that he strafes into that room instead of walking in and turning.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of that sort of seems to be a theme where he strafes everywhere when entering side rooms. See here, Rekbeard leaving Blackout at an 8:44.
Yep. Strafing is
Did you know that
not
an
necessarily
intentional
slower
multi-dream
than
layering
walking
occurs
forward.
in less
However,
than 1%
it
of
does
patients?
take
This correlates strongly with
some
the
time to get up to that speed. There is an
99% of
acceleration of
patients who are able to
walking,
follow
which means that if you
simple
go from
instructions
walking
from
only
standard
forward to
orientation
walking only to the
protocol.
side, you actually lose a little bit of time as opposed to using your mouse and just holding forward. Hey. Oh, well, I don't know if he's listening, but Ayden, you don't suck. No one sucks at this game. Everyone's always trying to get better.
Attention! Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both quantitative and qualitative. Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways. And other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which cannot be understood.
One red apple.
It is a satisfying feeling to hit return on a bunch of objects.
Ayden having a little bit of trouble here on that door there.
Warning,
resizing it
Dr.
enough to
Pierce
get
is frantically
small enough to
submitting
just jump
numerous
into.
spelling and grammar mistakes into the standard
using
orientation
a different
protocol
method.
in a desperate
Oh,
attempt to
interesting.
counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise
the
the integrity of the
stairs
standard
strategy
orientation
is,
protocol. You will not receive these
Probably a
messages.
little bit faster and
They
more
would not
consistent
make
than
sense
his
regardless.
first drop resize method. That, if you recall, he had an
Attention,
issue
Dr. Pierce continues
getting
to
up onto
input
that first
significant
block.
errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello, my introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how.
Better luck
Transmission
clicking that
ends.
one apple.
Warning, Dr.
Hello.
See here, Rekbeard living on a 1055.6.
Again with the sub 11 minute out of clone. So it's pretty consistent compared with his last run.
These errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless. Attention, Dr. Pierce continues
And now
to
on to
input
Dollhouse.
significant errors. I will
Yeah, last run Ayden had a, or not Ayden, Rekbeard had a pretty good dollhouse. I don't remember any major mistakes.
Yeah, I don't think he really had any.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. This is a notification that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence.
With 11:57,
Please continue to do
it's about
whatever
a
you did
minute
most
and
recently,
2 seconds behind.
and discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Good resizes from CaptainRektbeard.
A little bit too big.
Is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Just
This is a notification that you have
losing
reappeared
that little bit of
monitoring
speed
system
going through those
after a
doors.
prolonged
Yeah.
absence. Please continue to do Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and
Good radio skip.
discontinuing as mentioned earlier, please also disregard any unsettling
Ayden,
experiences
walking in a
that
little
you
bit
may have
small.
recently had. Everything should have now reverted to
Yeah,
being
you can really tell
soothing
because if
and
you're kind of the
therapeutic.
perfect size in there, you should
If
be
this
able
is
to
not
jump
the
over
case,
this
you
potted
may
plant
be
in the
receiving
table,
this message in error.
without any issues.
We didn't get to see it, but Ayden having a pretty good resize. Oh, hitting that lamp though.
Yeah, and just kind of bonked his head.
Hello, my name
Will
is
Ayden be
Dr.
going for
Glenn
radio
Pierce,
skip, or is he just
and
chilling?
I'd like to read you
Nope,
my
looks like
favorite
he's just chilling with
inspirational
it.
quote by me. The worst
Yeah,
thing
it's
you
kind of
can
a mistake
do
I
is focus on
see with people who
negativity.
don't normally do
It
radio
won't
skip.
spare
Is
you
they
from the
will
cage of
grab the
death,
radio kind of
the
as soon as
pain
they
of
see it, and
disease,
it'll be a
the
little too
cruelty of
small.
time, the cold shell of human
So
nature,
it's harder to
or
resize
the
it properly.
eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear.
Again, making the
Whatever you
fan
do,
pretty
don't
large,
focus on that.
almost too large that he can't get it far enough back in the room to knock over the Jenga
Yeah, he's
tower.
gonna need to walk
Dr.
around
Glenn
the
Pierce,
Jenga tower
and
here to
I'd
get
like
it
to
to.
thank you for triggering every single
There we
one of
go.
our
But having to walk halfway across the
823
room
emergency
to
protocols.
walk through the door, though.
This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future
And
patients.
unfortunately, you have to be through the door in order to grab that window,
Anyway,
so you can't
you're
just
now headed in the right direction.
see it from far back and grab it through.
See Rekbeard leaving Dollhouse at a 13:21.
An impressive time. He's doing very well.
See good bounce house resides from Ayden.
Emergency
Rektbeard
exit
missed
protocol
first audio
initiated.
escape last time.
Please prepare to conclude your
See if
Somnasculpt
he gets it.
experience in 10, 9, 8. Error logged by.
Orientation
That
protocol.
looks good.
That looks good,
Stand
yeah.
by for analysis.
Shook his head a little bit. We'll see if he actually did.
Well, I'll find
Error
out.
analysis complete.
Oh,
You
he
are
missed
exhibiting
it.
signs
Oof.
consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and
Alright,
frustration.
upsetting.
This is inconceivable.
That is unfortunate.
As Somnasculpt
Yeah.
therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions.
Ayden a little bit large, but still getting through the
Hypothesis.
elevator just fine. Not
Patient
having to
was
go and resize the
improperly
dollhouse.
oriented. Conclusion.
And he's actually leaving faster than first round. I
Impossible.
believe he wasn't
Reformulating.
sub 15 first time around.
Instruction. Continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent
Let's
basis
see, will Ayden
as all
get
orientation
either
resources
of the
have
audio
been
skips.
exhausted.
I believe he got the second
This
one last
concludes your
round.
standard
Yep.
orientation protocol.
He ended up
Goodbye.
not even going for first after missing the jump onto the air canisters a few times.
I wonder if it's a result of not being at 60 FPS. That he's just not getting that jump height he needs. And
Maybe Ayden, yeah, same result, not going, missing the jump onto the canisters and just going past it, taking the extra time to set up for the second dialogue skip.
I feel like he's missing some jumps that he should be able to make if he were at 60 FPS and holding spacebar.
Hello, my name is Dr.
And that may
Glenn
also be
Pierce.
why he doesn't take
Thank you
the
for completing
right
the
path
Somnasculpt
in
standard
the
orientation
blackout
protocol.
pit jump.
Before you begin
Maybe.
the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
So I wonder if either he doesn't know he's not at 60 FPS, or if he's on an AMD card or something, because I know AMD cards have some issues with FPS limiting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
one
he's
of
been
my
in the server
friends-
long enough
Of
that
course,
we've
nothing
talked
is
about
more
it.
challenging than the
Yeah,
difficulty
one of my
changing
friends has an AMD
perspective,
card, and they
of
always have to worry about
fundamentally altering your perception
changing the
in a way
FPS
that
limit
will
back to
enable
60
you to
after
face dire,
reloading the game.
trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
Going for a-
Painting gonna be
Ooh.
a little bit too small.
It's actually getting caught on the lights outside the room. If he moved a little bit further down the hallway, it would have been a little bit easier for him. Rektbeard doing the new strategy with the box jumping down the center of the pool room. It's a good time save compared to the old strategy of jumping on the
While you
buoy.
respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams, thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
See Rekbeard's still going for that same elevator pattern.
Yep. Tried and true. It isn't the fastest technically.
Please listen carefully
it
for
is
the
pretty
sound of an
close.
alarm clock, which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
A perfect corner from CaptainRektbeard. And
There he is,
he's
17:29.
Yep, going into white space.
See Ayden having a much better pool room.
Yep.
taking a little detour to
This is highly unusual.
mess with the
It appears
chess
you have
piece
entered
there.
the Somnasculpt diagnostic
Style
framework.
points are just as
You do not
important.
have access to this dream.
Rexby got a little bit had a little bit of
Diagnostic
trouble
warning.
resizing
Unrealistic dream objects may
the
result
clinic
in
for
dream
Paradox,
integrity
but
fail-safes.
grabbed it very quickly after moving through the portal.
Please paradox from creating any refrains. Explosive dream overload.
Ooh,
A
Ayden having a
result.
bit of trouble hitting the
Please
clock
paradox
to
overload.
start the elevator sequence.
Yeah, he did have to
Please
aim for it a
overload
little
for
bit.
dream explosion. Conclusion dream.
He must just be playing at a
frame.
very high sensitivity because you're able to see it when he was going for the red apple and cubism and or in clone and whatnot.
And again, a little bit too far to the right, so you had to strafe a little bit more left to see that clock.
I'm leaving it in 1926 though.
Rexbeard again with the checkpoint reset.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and many years ago,
And now he gets
I had a
to
dream.
start the wonderful
I
journey of
found
walking through white
myself in
space.
a place where I
Yep.
understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceive is
Atomic
shaped by
bomb
seeing
warning,
it
by the way.
exactly the way I wanted to.
Boom. That is probably my favorite sound of this game.
Every single game I speedrun has one disgustingly loud noise in it.
I think my second favorite sound in this game is the clock falling from, or when it turns to 8 a.m. Because then all that's left is retrospect.
Another good sound is the pawn popping in and out during secret ending.
Oh, the slide
The slide
whistle,
whistle,
yes.
Woo doo.
If you don't know about the secret ending and you're on PC,
But in
go
white
explore
space,
around Blackout.
I also faced the greatest challenge I could imagine.
Rexbeard doing a much better job with the
a lifetime
block.
of life itself behind
Didn't
me,
fall off this
and
time.
all of the weight that it carried, I realized that seeing things the way
But
I
at this
wanted
point,
to was not
he has
as
to
easy
really
as it
mess up
used
the
to be.
chessboard to lose the second round to Ayden.
Yeah, either chess piece or the or cheese skip. But who knows, seeing the consistency, or at least seeing his playstyle last round, it's pretty safe
Yeah.
to say that that hopefully he won't mess it
You're
up.
well beyond dreaming now.
Yeah, he's
and
been very
further out
consistent
than anyone
today
has ever come
between
back
his
from.
2 rounds.
But we hope that you won't get discouraged. After all, if this is a place of pure perspective, isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible? Isn't that what you
Yeah,
came
with his
here?
one-piece chess, he generally looks at the chess piece the whole time so he can grab it easily, which is a little bit slower rather than just holding forward and turning at the last possible moment, but is much safer. And again, a small box. It's very interesting. So it requires more jumps. It looks like he fell down a little bit, but that's game. What did you call this place again, Jaio?
Bitrate City.
Bitrate City.
Actually, surprisingly, not that bitratey.
Yeah, well, he did already lower his in-between rounds, so it did change a little bit.
Well, if anything, lowering the bitrate would heighten the effect.
Oh, it's true. That's true.
See Ayden going with the same strat of putting the chess pieces on top of two of the
Oh,
board
he
here. Ooh,
missed
not
it.
quite. He's going for it again, interestingly, instead of just doing normal two-piece.
I find it interesting that people do that. That they want to have slower, more accurate movement rather than going faster and just turning around more.
Yeah. And with that, we have a 22-23 from
Oh my
CaptainRektbeard.
gosh.
A whole 10 seconds less than last round. And
Ayden gave up on cheese skip. I don't know why though.
I think he resized a little bit too early or too late, so the cube just turned to super tiny.
I don't know. He never really looked at the door, so I couldn't tell if it was savable or not. What was his first time?
22-33.
No, Ayden.
Oh, Ayden's. I don't remember.
Again, strafing.
Ooh, that was trippy.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Let's see if Ayden will drop the cube again. Hopefully, he's dropping the cube, but above this time, so should be fine.
Yeah, things get unpredictable when
when
you drop the cube.
Okay, hitting the trigger to. All right, looking good though.
Okay. Yes. So it looks like Ayden did about the same average with a 25.06.
Yeah, 25.06 flat. Oh. The game's gone, but it's fine. It's fine. The run is over.
It was just in time.
But yeah, 25.06 for Ayden, 22.03, both flats, which is cool.
22.23. You said 23.
Or 22.23.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good rounds here. We'll see if either of the players would like to come in for post-match interview. Look like both are.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, so thoughts on your runs?
I'm actually really happy with how everything went in mine. Obviously, I've missed first audio skip for both runs, but I was expecting that, to be honest.
I've never done it ever.
You did get Ayden, you did get second audio skip both times though.
Yeah, because that one's easy. It's not.
It saves more time as well.
In the same ballpark. Yeah. But then white space. Ouch.
Yeah, we were that. What happened with your cheese skip?
I don't know. I missed time when to release the cube twice. And I was like, yeah, screw it.
Jaio, George is saying music is too loud.
I did just turn that down. Alright.
Yeah, CaptainRektbeard, you did you put up some great times, especially compared to your seeding times.
Yeah, my seeding time sucked apart from the PB, so that was my main aim, was to just have a slightly more consistent go at it. I wasn't expecting anything crazy, but at least they were both sub 23s and by a healthy margin this time. 22-23 on the second one. I'm very pleased with.
You guys have 21-30
That's the strat.
Next match.
Getting terrible seeding times and absolutely destroying them in matches.
That's the strat.
Yeah, no huge mistakes. Apart from the audio skips, but they were expected. And a couple of
both of your runs were very good.
I'm pleased with them, yeah.
Let's see here. Anything else that we'd like to
say here? Let's see if we can find the. I believe we'll find out later who the next matches are going to be up against.
Oh yes, let's see.
I'm trying to remember if I can find the tournament brackets.
Let me see here. I believe it's bracket.speedyliminal, I think. Is that what it is?
The challenge.
Still looking for
Here
a
we
raid
go.
target. So it's fine. We still have our time. Alright. So what are the next matches up?
So,
least two is-
CaptainRektbeard is going to be going up against Samsonite363.
Oh boy,
That's going to be a great race.
that's gonna be a tough one. Where is 7 seconds over me on PB, but I'm hoping quite out of practice at the moment. That's my hope.
And then let's see here, Ayden, I believe, is to be determined. If you give me a moment, I can try to figure out who the match that would determine that is. This was match number 7. So 29. Whoever loses to pie is going to be going up against Ayden.
Yeah, so either cosine, Kiki, or slice of pie.
Yep.
Alright, it looks like that we have a raid target, so if you want to
Ooh,
start
someone
that
playing for a
raid.
second time.
Interesting. Second playthrough.
Ooh.
So someone on a second playthrough means that we can legally force them to do speedrun strats. Remember that, chat?
Yeah.
We can do that, and we should. But yeah, Memulin, 9 Raiders, they're playing Superliminal for the second time. Let's get the that raid message.
And next match will be Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Archmage versus Chunky Bunny 64. So go check that out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Great runs. I look forward to seeing you guys in future matchups.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Yep. Same. See you later.
Oh, and also for Twitch chat, thank you for being patient with the tech issues that we've had. Hopefully those should all be fixed, but we should be good. Hopefully, cross your fingers for next race, which will be on Friday. There'll be 2 races, so guess we'll just be excited for those. Thank you for watching.